Hi, my name is Lisa Galloway. Welcome back to Beauty from Inside and Out. Today's topic is eyebrows. Trimming them, manicuring them, all the things with eyebrows. Okay, this is, I think, a good one. Why? It's a struggle, I think, for us maturing women, right? Like, we're starting to have a lot of sparseness going on. They're becoming very unruly. They're going in every which way direction. This is kind of the tips that I have found that's been working for me. Struggle. Keep watching.
If you're here, then you woke up today. And that is a blessing. Don't take that for granted. Don't waste it.
Share what I do. Okay, first of all, I am an 80s. I'm a product from the 80s. Okay, so keep that in mind. Before the Brooke Shields kind of like full brow, there were the thinner brow. I kind of came in that time frame as far as me experimenting with brows. I experimented so much that before I even ever touched an actual razor to shave my legs, I thought it would be a fun idea to shave under my brow before there was ever anything equipped to do so. And what did I do? I lost half a brow. Oh yeah, this was probably about maybe 13, 14. Not a fun experience. But you know what? We've come a long ways from the 80s, right? And I know that there's all these different trends. There's like, and so many things that we do with our brows, right? We laminate them, we wax them, we pluck them, oh my gosh, like a tattoo, just name the things that we can do with our brows. And find a fit that's good for you. I have never tattooed or microblade, or I think that's what it's called. I have had them waxed. I have had them threaded. I have had them plucked. That part of it, yes. I'm a little chicken when it comes to like tattooing or microblading anything to my brow. So I have steered away from that. But I think that the simplest thing that we can do is just groom them, right? I don't know if this is your struggle, and if it is, leave it in the comments. I'd love to know, and I'd love to hear your thoughts or your issues when it comes to your brows. But mine, I don't know if you can see, I'm getting kind of quite close with you, but they were never growing downward, and that's been the case. I say within the past maybe like 5 to 8 years, maybe even more. And so I've had to do certain things to help them stay put, go in the direction I want them to. And I've tried different things, and I have found one thing, and who knows, maybe if you're using something different, also let me know. We can kind of learn from one another. But I've been using this one product called Eyebrow, and it's helped as far as keeping them where I want them. Okay, now I don't necessarily like the whole kind of like upward frozen kind of. I wear them when I first have them manicured, when I first have them kind of touched up, and because they look nice, because they're like, everything is fine. I've aligned everything, I've clipped, I've tweaked everything that I need to so that they can look right, because you do need to groom them if you're gonna wear them that way. Keep that in mind. But most of the time, I will go ahead and just kind of fill in, whether it's with like a very fine ink, right? Like liquid brow to fill in the sparse areas, or I will use like I use a cream contour, very dark for my brows. My brows clearly are darker, so I can get away with doing that. Like, you need to find a shade that's closest to your natural root and go a little darker. If you need more information on that, just kind of let me know, and then I can explain more. But I will fill them in that way for the most part. But this is the things that I have felt like are so needed when you are grooming your brows. Get yourself a really small pair of scissors. I really like this blade I picked them up on Amazon. It's called the Twinkle, I think, or the Twinkler, something like that. I'll let you know in the description where what they're called. But very small, you can see, and it's so much easier to kind of clean the middle of the brow and also underneath. I'm gonna do that right now. And I'm gonna speed up that process so that this I don't care for my videos to be really long, guys. So I hope that you can appreciate that I keep them, like I said, like right under that 15-minute mark. If you want my videos to be longer and this is benefiting you and you want more details, then let me know that as well, because I can, and I'm here to service you and help you tweak and find different ideas to help you with your makeup and your skincare. Okay, so this is what I do. So scissors, tweezers, any kind of spoolie, okay, whether it's disposable or not. But basically what I do is I will brush out and kind of like remove any of the dead kind of like skin underneath the brow. I don't think we do that enough. I know for me, and I don't know if this is you, but when I'm washing my face off, I tend to forget to like scrub on my brow, and then I wonder why is it so dry underneath the skin. So that's the first thing that I do, okay? I just remove any kind of like dead skin, dryness underneath, and kind of like prepare underneath, okay? Then the next thing I do is I take like my blade and I'm gonna bring in like my mirror, so I may not necessarily be looking at you, because I think you really do need like a magnifying mirror so that you can just really see up close, like where those little hairs are, right? Nobody's looking at you this close, but at least you feel like you're doing it properly. And clearly at our age, I'm talking, 50 plus, we're having issues with our eyes. So we need a little help, right guys? Right girls? Right ladies? Okay, so this is about the 2-week mark. Your hair may grow differently, faster, or maybe you don't need to do it as often as me, but I kind of every other weekend do this part. And I know it's time because I start to just see 1 or 2 hairs that are kind of like going longer, or just I can see them I can see the difference when I am trying to color them in and what have not. So I clean the middle, I clean underneath, and then the next thing that I do is I will start using the eyebrow. Or rather, I'm sorry, we're gonna rewind that. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my spoolie and I'm going to see if any of the hair is kind of like just sticking up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I take a spoolie and I just kind of like bring the eyebrow up. And if I can see that there are any like brows that are just out, they're not aligned with the rest of them, that's when I use my scissors and I can go in there and just kind of clip that out, so that when I am going to go ahead and use the technique of using like the wax, right, the eyebrow, to make them just flat, they're not going to look, I'm not going to see like a hair that's going to be out of place. So, and then I can also go down, because if I go down, I can also just see if there's anything that's like not in alignment. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I do. Okay, so after I'm done with that is when I can go in with the eyebrow. So this is the wax, and I take my spoolie, and you can use a different spoolie so that you don't get any of this wax onto your spoolie when you're trying to just do what I did before, as far as like seeing if there's anything that needs to be misaligned. And then I just take it and make sure that it's inside, like just kind of get it all over. And this way it'll really just stick and do what it's supposed to do. So once I kind of like brush them down and what have not, then I can go in, and the Baybrow has their own brush that I bought. Really cool brush. It has a spoolie, it has a brush, and it has a comb. So I could have used this brush also to like remove any of that dead skin. I take the comb side and I start to kind of go upward so I can start going in the direction that I want them to. And then I can start to press them up. And you can see how it just, first of all, having the brows in this format just really gives your eyes it lifts the eye. So I really do like to wear them this way. I used to not, but oh my gosh, like I can really see the difference when I wear them this way, how much my eyes are lifted. So once you have that, and you can use your finger to like kind of flatten it against your skin, and you'll be able to see if there's any hairs that are like unaligned, and you can use your scissors to kind of trim that along. And I just let this dry down. And once it's done, any other little sparse area that you may see that you want to fill in, and you don't have to, you can leave it at this point. You can go into like a brow filler. I really do enjoy using this Glossier. It's a very, see how fine this point is? It allows to really just give your brows little strokes of hair likes. And I don't put it everywhere. I just go to the areas that I have like some sparse and that's it. Like I don't want to make them look extremely bushy or full. I just want for like those areas, that little pieces where I see that there should be a hair there basically, and I will place a fake hair with this pen. So you can pick any one of these up. I mean, Elf has a great one as well. Just shop around for one that works for you. And like I said earlier, using certain techniques, I mean, there's certain tools that you I think really need to have to make sure that you're grooming and keeping up with the grooming on your brows, but find the technique that's going to kind of help you feel confident that when your brows are done, because it really does make a difference. It kind of just completes the framing of your face, and kind of just puts that little bow, you know, at the end of a gift kind of look to your face. So try these techniques, get yourself the tools that you need. And if you haven't tried this method, try it and then come back and tell me how you felt that it worked for you. If you're needing a color match, please know that in my descriptions below, there's always a form to fill out that you can submit that to me, and I would love to help you with your makeup application using Seint Cream. I am an affiliate. I've also added another website because I have also become a beauty associate with a company called Celeste, and they have a myriad of products that I have just started using, and I'm really liking a lot. And some of them are skincare. So take a look at that website as well. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me, comment. I'd love to chat. All right, until then, next week, we'll catch you later. Bye.